Hi, dear students. So, in our last class, we were discussing about the complex substituents and its naming. So, today we are going to discuss the new topic, that is the nomenclature of polyfunctional groups. Okay, nomenclature of polyfunctional groups. Fine. So, here, first question is give the IUPAC name of the below organic compounds. So, I will give you the list of organic compounds and we will try to name it. And here, the difference is what do you mean by polyfunctional group? Polyfunctional group means in one compound itself more than one functional group will be there. Correct. In all my previous examples, I was giving you what actually I was giving you examples where one functional group is there. When multiple functional groups are there, we know already how to handle. So we will try to do some questions from that aspect. Okay. So the first question from that aspect. So just I will write CH3. Okay. CH3, CH2, CH2, C double bond O, C double bond O, CH2, CH2, CHO. Okay, so this is the first question. I will take the answer in another color. Okay, now if you see here, most important thing, here if you see here, two functional groups are there. CHO is present, that you know it's an aldehyde, and another one C double bond O is there, that is carbonyl group. Correct. So whenever multiple functional groups are there, we need to check the priority in the priority table. So we know that aldehydes, aldehydes, aldehydes have higher priority, higher priority compared to whom? Higher priority compared to ketone. Correct? Have higher priority compared to ketone. So tell me who should be considered as the functional group here. So I need to say that here my functional group should be, okay, I will mark it with this one. So this I can say aldehyde is the functional group here. So aldehyde is the FG functional group here. Now ketone will behave like what actually? Ketone will behave like a substituent. Here keto group will behave like a substituent. Now we need to mark the principal carbon chain. So I will choose that. Okay. So the principal carbon chain here is, we know it's a carbon containing functional group. So that should be included. Correct. So I can say this is my principal carbon chain. Correct. So this is my principal carbon chain. Now I need to name it according to this. So next step is numbering. So let me number it. So how you can number this? Okay, I will number it in another color. So while numbering, we know that the functional group should get the minimum possible number. So 1, this should be 2, and this should be 3, and this should be 4, and this should be 5. Correct? So we understood like parent chain has 5 carbon atoms, and at the third position you have a substituent. We know that whenever two functional groups are there, the higher priority will behave like a functional group and the other one will behave like a substituent. So carbonyl group here behaves like a substituent. So that also I will write here. Carbonyl group behaves like a behaves like a substituent. So we have discussed all these things just for your understanding. Okay, like a substituent. Okay, now we will try to put the name. So what should be the name of this compound? So I can say that first who will come as per our understanding, 2 degree prefix. Correct? So 2 degree prefix. Then who will come? 1 degree prefix. 1 degree prefix. Then who will come? Word root. Word root. Correct? Then 1 degree suffix. 1 degree suffix. Then 2 degree suffix. So this is the format basically. Correct? Now we will put the name according to that. Okay. So if you see here, 2 degree prefix means the substituent. So at the third position you have the substituent. So I can write, whenever carbonyl group behaves like a substituent, we use the term oxo. So there should be position, then position hyphen. Why? Because the locant should be separated by hyphen whenever it comes before alphabet. So 3 oxo. Correct? Now this is there. 2 degree prefix is there. 1 degree prefix means cyclo. So it is not applicable since it is not a cyclo compound. So word root means 5 carbon atom means pent. So I can use the term pent. So pent is the word root here, correct? So pent is the word root. Okay. Pent, then 1 degree suffix means how these carbon atoms are linked. They are linked through single bond. So we can say pent n. And normally if there is no 2 degree suffix, we can put a n e here. But if there is functional group stands for the 2 degree suffix. So what is that actually? 2 degree suffix of aldehyde, it is al. So I can say at first position pentan 1 al, correct? Either you can say 3-oxopentanal or you can say 3-oxopentan 1 al. Understood? So I hope you understood this question. Now we will try to move to the next question. Okay. Okay, so we will go for the next question. I hope you understood this one. Okay, now we will go to the next question. So the next question is, just to note down. So you have something like HC double bond O, correct? Then C double bond O, okay? Then CH2, COOH. So this is the question. Now let's start analyzing the question. Okay. So first thing, now tell me, this is also polyfunctional group, that there is a carboxylic acid group is there. There is a carbonyl group, C double bond O is there. Then a CHO group is there. So 3 functional groups are present. So as per the priority table, who is the senior most? We know that carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid is the senior most. Is the senior most. If carboxylic acid is the senior most, then it only behaves like a, then it behaves like a functional group. It behaves like a, it behaves like a FG, correct? Then what about the carbonyl group and aldehyde group? They behave like what actually? Substituent, correct? So I can say carbonyl group and aldehyde will behave like a substituent. Now we should start identifying the parent carbon chain. So we know that carbon containing, so this should be my parent carbon chain, correct? So I will choose this as my parent carbon chain. Okay, now let's start the numbering of this one. Okay, so how to number it? The functional group should get the minimum possible number 1, then this should be 2, then this should be 3, and this should be 4, correct? So now see how you can name this one. So we know that 2 carbonyl groups are there. So C double bond O, C double bond O is there, correct? So how you can name this? So I can say substituents are 2 carbonyl groups. So 3, okay, comma 4. It should be in increasing order. Then hyphen, correct? Dioxo, di. Why di is coming? Because 2 are there. So dioxo. Then pair, there is no 1 degree prefix applicable. Then word root, 4 carbon atoms are there. So we use the term but, correct? Then they are linked through single bond. So we say butane. Then at first position you have oic acid, 1 oic acid, correct? So I can say the name of this compound is 3,4 dioxobutanoic acid or butane 1 oic acid. Okay, so I hope it is clear for you. Now we will try to see the next example. Okay, so let's start with the next example. Okay, so coming to the next example, I will write the question number 3. Okay, so let me draw. So the question will be looking like this. Okay, so you have this. Okay, so here if you see, I have connected first one C double bond O H, and next one COOH. COOH is connected. Now how you will name this compound? This is the question. So we'll try to see how to do that. Okay, so let's see. So here if you see, you can see here benzene is there, correct? Into that carboxylic acid is there, and other one aldehyde CHO is there, correct? So here we know that aldehyde and benzene, who will get the priority? The priority will goes to COOH. So COOH has higher priority. COOH has higher priority, correct? Then CHO will behave like what? CHO will behave like a substituent, correct? Substituent. Now we'll start numbering. You know that functional group should get the lowest possible number. So 1 here and 2 here, then 3. Okay, that is not required. 4, 5, 6. Correct. Now we'll try to put the name of this compound. Okay. So can anybody tell me what is the name of this compound? So here I can say that at second position you have the substituent. So we'll start with 2. Okay, then what is the substituent name? Formyl. Please look at the table. In that you can see whenever CHO behaves like a substituent and the carbon atom, if it is not included, we use the term formyl. Okay, and many students will ask a doubt here in this previous question. Listen, in the previous question here CHO is there, sir, then why don't you use formyl there? Please understand that here the carbon atom is included in the parent carbon chain. Okay, correct. Here the carbon atom is included in the parent carbon chain, correct? So in that case, is there any prefix is applicable for aldehyde? No, you can see that in the priority table. Here the CHO is not included in the here the CHO is not included in the parent carbon chain. So that's the reason why we can use the term formyl. So I can say 2-formyl. Here benzene is there, carboxylic acid is there. Either we can say benzene carboxylic acid, benzene carboxylic acid, or what can be the other way? We can say 2-formyl benzoic acid. That is also accepted, but more correct is 2-formyl benzene carboxylic acid. Okay, so I hope these examples are clear for you, and if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask that. Okay, now let's see the example number 4. Okay, I'll come to that. So example number 4 I am taking. Yeah, so let me write that. Listen here. CH3, okay, CHOH, okay, CH2, CH2, okay, then comes C double bond OH, correct? So this is a question. So how to do this? Please think about it. So here, if you see, OH group is there, and some students may confuse saying are carbonyl group and another OH. It is not like that. This is COOH. So this is COOH means carboxylic acid. Okay. So what I can say here, so I know that carboxylic acid, correct? Carboxylic acid has higher priority, has HP, higher priority. Okay, so I can name, so how I will identify the principal carbon chain? So this is my principal carbon chain, correct? So this is my principal carbon chain. Now how I should number it? So you can say numbering here 1 will come, correct? Here 2 will come, correct? Then here 3 will come, here comes 4, correct? Because the functional group should get the lowest possible number. So again, starting first 2-degree prefix will come. So I can say 3 hyphen hydroxy, correct? Because whenever OH group will behave like a substituent, then we use the term hydroxy prefix. You can see that in the priority table. So 3 hydroxy, 1-degree suffix is not, 1-degree prefix is not applicable. Word root 4 carbon atoms are there. So we use the term bute. Then 1-degree suffix, all are linked through single bond. So we use the term butane. Then at first position, you have oic acid, correct? That is the suffix for carboxylic acid. So the answer is 3-hydroxy butane 1-oic acid. Okay. So I hope this is clear for you. Now we will go to the next question. Okay. So I hope you students are getting thorough with naming. Please go through all the examples and I will give you more assignments also. So please do it, very important. Okay, so let's see the next question. So you have a question like this that is given in bond line notation. Okay, I hope you have already learned the bond line notation. Okay, so it will be easy for you. So let's see how to do this. OCH3, and you have H here, and you have double bond O here. Here also you have the double bond O. Correct? So try to name this compound. So here also we can thing is identifying the parent functional group. So you can see here CHO group is there, correct? CHO group is present one, and other present is COOCH3. So what is this group COOR? This is ester, correct? And this is aldehyde, correct? So we know that in the priority table, who comes first? Ester comes first. So ester will get the priority. So the aldehyde group, now you can see here, this is a this CHO will whether it is a part of the parent carbon chain or not, that we will check. So if you see here, so my parent carbon chain is this one, it will come like this, and I know that this carbon will become the part of the parent carbon chain. So if CHO becomes part of the parent carbon chain, in that case there is no prefix is there, we consider this as the carbonyl group and we use the prefix oxo. Don't get confused, very very important for point. Okay, now we know that how ester it is named. We know that alkyl alkanoate. So here we need to first check with O what is connected. So here with oxygen CH3 is connected, so you can directly write methyl because alkyl alkanoate. So first comes methyl, then what it will come, then we will check for the, then it is like normal. So second degree prefix will come. Second degree prefix at what position? We will number it 1 2 3 4 5. At fifth position you have the 2 degree prefix. So I can write methyl, then fifth position 5 oxo, correct? Don't put hyphen here. Whenever in this case you can separately write methyl, then you can write 5 oxo, then what it will come, per how word root, how many are there? 5 carbon atoms. So pent, they are connected through single bond, so we say pentan. At first position you have ester O8. For ester O8 will come, correct? So either you can say methyl 5 oxo pentanoate or methyl 5 oxo pentan 1 O8. Understood? So very very important, please go through these examples, and if you have any doubt, feel free to ask. Okay, now we will try to do the next question. Okay, so next question, let's see how to tackle the next question. So comes here the next question for you. So students, if you have any doubt, feel free to ask in the doubt clearance group, so that it becomes easy for you, so that you can learn and go. So that becomes you don't want to then revisit these doubts later. Okay, so let me draw the next question. So you have the next question here. Okay, so you have a carbonyl group connected, then you have a CHO group connected. Okay, okay, so try to name this compound. Now I hope you are all in a position to handle these like questions. Okay, now you know that carbonyl group C double bond, I mean ketonic group as well as aldehyde is there here. So I can say here keto group is there, correct? Then aldehyde group is there. So tell me who will behave like functional group? Aldehyde, because aldehyde comes first in the priority table before keto. So keto group will behave like what? It will behave like a substituent, correct? Fine. Now, okay, we know that whenever there is only one CHO group is coming outside, we cannot include this carbon in the parent carbon chain. So in that case, what is the term we use normally? We use the terms 2 degree suffix. What's 2 degree suffix we use? We use carbaldehyde. Please remember, I have taught you all these things. Carbaldehyde, correct? So how to number it? So I can say this will become number 1, correct? This will become 2, and this will become 3, This will become 4, this will become 5, and this will become 6. So what should be the name of this compound? Hmm? Can anybody tell? So I can say here first 2, 3. At the third position you have the substituent is there. So I can use 3-oxo, and that carbon is part of the parent chain. So we use 3-oxo, correct? Then I know 1 degree prefix is applicable because it is a cyclo compound. So 3-oxo, correct? Cyclo, then comes the word root. 6 carbon atoms are there. So hex will come. Hex. They are connected through single bond. So hexane. And I know that since CHO is present outside, I can use E here. 3-oxocyclohexane. Then what you can say? Carbaldehyde. Carbaldehyde. Correct? So I have given you many examples like this. I hope you remember whenever, okay, I hope you remember this question. When this similar to this, if COOH comes, I have taught you already. So what is the name of this compound? Cyclo, correct? Cyclo will come because no substituent, cyclo. Then hex, all are connected through single bond, hexane. Then we cannot use oic acid. Instead, what we use? Carboxylic acid. Why? Because there is only COOH group present outside. Carboxylic acid. Okay, please remember these examples. Very, very important. Okay, so let's see the next question. So coming to the seventh question, let's see how to do that. Okay, so I will just write the question. CH3, okay, C double bond O, CH2, correct? CH2, CH2, okay, CH2, NH2. This is the question. Okay, CH3 bond of CH2, 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 NH2. So this is the question. So how to do this? Again, started with we need to see who is the functional group. Everything we need to see, correct? Then we will start naming it. Okay. So if you see here, NH2 group is there. So NH2 means what group is that? NH2 is amine, correct? Then carbonyl group is there. So that means keto group. So tell me who will have the higher priority if you consider carbonyl group and amine. We know that carbonyl group has the higher priority. So this is the functional group here. Carbonyl group is the functional group. So I can say this is the FG. So amine will behave like what? Substituent. Substituent. Okay. So let me say what is the parent carbon chain. So here the parent carbon chain will be like this. Correct? This is the parent carbon chain. So next we need to number it. So numbering, we should ensure that carbonyl group should get the lowest possible number. That is possible if you go from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? Now starting with the 2 degree prefix, fifth position you have the substituent. NH2 behaves like a substituent. So we say 5 hyphen amino. We know that whenever NH2 behaves like a substituent, we use the term amino. 5 amino. Then it is not a cyclic compound, so 1 degree prefix is not applicable. Word root, 5 carbon atoms, so we use the term pent. 5 amino pent, all are connected through single bond, so 5 amino pentane, correct? Pentane, at the second position you have the 2 degree suffix, that is on. Carbonyl group, we use the term on. So 5 amino pentane 2 on is the answer for this question. Okay, any doubt? I hope it is clear for you. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask. You can just take a snapshot and place it in the where actually in your doubt clearance group, so it becomes easy for you. Okay, so let's see the next question. So let's okay, let me introduce you the next question. Okay, so let me draw. You have a question like this. Yeah, always my benzene ring, 6-membered ring is not that good. C double bond O, okay, then CH3 is present. Okay, try to name this compound. All of you take some time. Try to name it. It's a direct question, but always check here. Here you can see this is one of the good question. Why I am saying that is you have a carbonyl group CO is present, then CH3 is present. So here the functional group is present outside the ring, correct? And it is present with more than one carbon atom. So here what should be my parent carbon chain? That is very important. Whenever functional group is present, that should be given priority. So this is my parent carbon chain and a ring is not my parent carbon chain. The reason for that is functional group is coming outside the ring. So many students will ask, sir, you have taught me a rule like if the number of carbon atoms in the ring becomes greater than or equal to the number of carbon atoms in the side chain, then the ring will get the priority. Here the ring has more number of carbon atoms. Then why you have taken this? The reason for that is that rule is applicable when there is no functional group or multiple bonds are present. Okay, here whenever functional group multiple bonds are present, the priority is functional group, then multiple bonds, then comes the substituent. So this is the parent chain. Now let me start numbering. So numbering, this should get the lowest possible number 1 and this is 2, correct? So left to right will give you the lowest possible numbering. So at the first position you have the substituent. Here the ring behaves like a substituent. So I can say 1 at the first position, 1 hyphen cyclohexyl, that is the substituent, correct? Cyclohexyl. Why? Because it is a substituent. Cyclohexyl. Then then comes what actually 1 degree prefix. Since this parent chain is not a cyclo compound, we cannot use the term cyclo here. Then comes the word root. Word root means 2 carbon atoms. So eth, and they are connected through what? Single bond. So we can say ethane, correct? Ethane. Then first position you have the 2 degree suffix one, ethane 1 on. I can say 1 cyclohexyl ethanone. Okay, that is the correct answer. Understood? Sometimes they won't say 1. Whenever 1 is there, usually they won't mention that. In that case, the answer is cyclohexyl ethanone. That is also correct answer. Okay. So we will go to the next question. Okay. So I hope you are getting sufficient practice in this area. Now we will gradually switch to the next concepts of this chapter because this is a fundamental. That is the reason why I am spending this much time for this question. Okay, so let's start with the next question. You can see here. Okay, so benzene ring is there. Into that CH2, then COCl. Okay. Here also you can see how you can name it. Take some time and try to do it. So you can see here benzene ring is there, correct? But the functional group COCl, that is oil halide, is present outside the ring and there are minimum 2 carbon atoms applicable. So my parent carbon chain should be which one? So my parent carbon chain should be this one, correct? So minimum numbering, this should be 1 and this should be 2. The functional group should get the lowest possible number, correct? So tell me what is the name of this compound. So I can say while numbering at the second position you have the substituent present. So 2 hyphen, what is the substituent name? Whenever benzene behaves like a substituent, the term used is phenyl. Please remember phenyl. Whenever benzene behaves like a substituent, the term used is phenyl. So 2-phenyl. Then there is no 1 degree prefix applicable because the parent chain is a linear compound. So word root, 2 carbon atoms. So eth, correct? They are connected through single bond. So ethane, correct? Up to this, then comes at the first position. What is the 2 degree suffix used for COX? You know that oil halide. So when chlorine comes, we say oil chloride. So we can say 1 OYL, oil, correct? Chloride. So whenever 1 is there, you can ignore that. So in some questions, the answer will be like 2-phenyl ethanoyl chloride. That is correct. Or 2-phenyl ethane 1 oil chloride. Both are correct. Okay, so next question, let me say, try to do it. Coming to the next question, question number 10. Okay, so let's see how to do that. It's also a very good question. It will be easy for you to answer because you have done sufficient questions of those nature. Okay, so try to name this compound. Tell me, what should be the name of this compound? So here you know that even though the functional group is present outside the ring, correct, COCl, but there is only one carbon atom, so we cannot include that. In this case, oil halide, what is the common term used there? You can see there the term used will be carbonyl chloride. You can see in the priority table. Whenever the carbon atom of the functional group is not included for oil halide, we use the term carbonyl. Since chlorine is present, we use to say chloride. Carbonyl chloride is used. So how you will name this compound? So I can name this as benzene, correct? Benzene is the parent. So benzene carbonyl, correct? Benzene carbonyl chloride. Suppose COOH comes here, benzene carboxylic acid. Suppose CHO comes here, benzene carbaldehyde. Suppose cyanide comes here, benzene carbonitrile, like that. But if there is one more carbon atom here, then this becomes the parent carbon chain. That is a different case. Okay, so let's start with doing one more question. Okay. Okay, so let's start with question number 11. So you have a question like this. Okay. Then you have CH2, then COOH. How will you name this compound? I have given you, I hope. Let's do it one more time. Very important. That's the reason why. So here I have told COOH is present outside the ring, correct? But there is one more carbon atom possible. So I can say this is my parent carbon chain. So while numbering, this will get the lowest possible number, and this is 2. So I know that at the second position you have a substituent. So 2 hyphen cyclohexyl, that is the substituent, correct? 2 cyclohexyl. Then parent chain is linear, so 1 degree prefix is not applicable. Then word root, 2 carbon atoms. So eth, and they are connected through single bond, ethane, then 1 oic acid. So the answer is 2-cyclohexyl ethanoic acid, or ethane 1-oic acid. Okay. So I hope right now it is becoming more clear for you how to do these questions. So some more questions we will try it out and wind it up. Okay. So let's start with the next question. Okay, question number 12. So this is also a beautiful question. CH3 CH3, okay, CH3, okay, then comes C double bond O, then comes CH3, okay, another CH3. So how will you name this compound? Now you are in a position to do that. Now let's see, this is an example for not polyfunctional, only one functional group is there. So that should be carbonyl group, so it should be part of the parent carbon chain. Try to identify the maximum path. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is no change. So I can say this is my parent carbon chain. Correct? So while numbering, what should be done? This should get the possible. But if you go from left to right or right to left, this will get the number 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So try to name the compound. So what should be the name of this compound? So I know that at second and fourth position you have the substituent. So I can say 2,4 hyphen diamethyl. Correct? 2,4 position. dimethyl, then 5 carbon atoms. So we use the term pent. They are connected through single bond, pentan. At the third position, you have 2 degree suffix on carbonyl group. So 2 for dimethyl pentan 3 on. Correct? Okay. So now what is the next one to be named? So we'll go to the next question. Question number 13. Okay. So you have a new question in front of you. Try to name this compound. Okay, so you have a double bond O is present. Then you have COOH present here. So try to name this compound. So how will you name this compound? So here COOH has the higher priority, so that will behave like the substituent. And carbonyl group, you know that, then it will behave like a substituent. So here 1, then 2, then this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. So how will you name this? So I can say that at second position you have carbonyl group. So how you can name that? I can say 2 hyphen oxo, correct? I have given 2 degree prefix is given. Now 1 degree prefix is applicable because the parent is a cyclo compound. So I can say 2 oxo cyclo, correct? Then they are linked through, word root is 6 carbon atoms. So cyclohex, they are linked through single bond. So hexane, I need to use ane. Why? Because the functional group is present outside the ring. So cyclohexane 1 carboxylic acid, correct? Carbo, it should be written together. Since there is no space, I am writing down carboxylic acid. So what is the name of this compound? 2-oxocyclohexane 1 carboxylic acid. So please understand why I have used carboxylic acid, because COOH is present outside the ring and you cannot include this carbon in my parent carbon chain. Then I cannot form parent carbon chain with one carbon atom. That is the reason why ring is considered as the parent carbon chain. So let's do the last question and wind it up. So coming to the last question, this should, you should be able to do this question. Okay, now we have done sufficient examples, so you have a new beautiful question in front of you. Okay, so you have CONH2 connected, correct? And there is a methyl group also connected to the ring. Now how to do this question, tell me. So you know that here CONH2, that is nothing but my amide. Amide is connected to the ring, but there is only one carbon atom. So that should be given priority while numbering. So 1, then this becomes 2, this becomes 3, this becomes 4, and this becomes 5. And again, the same case, we cannot form a parent carbon chain outside the ring because there is only one carbon atom. And we know that at second position, there is a substituent. So we start with 2 hyphen methyl, correct? So 2 degree prefix is over. Then 1 degree prefix is applicable since it is a cyclo compound. Parent chain is a cyclo. We use the term cyclo. And word root 5 carbon atoms. So we use pent, correct? And they are linked through single bond. So we use pentane. E is present because the functional group is present outside the ring. Okay, pentane 1. So tell me what is the amide group. For amide, what is, normally if carbon atom is included we use amide, but if carbon atom is not included, what is the term we use? We use the term carboxamide. Please look at the priority table. So this becomes carboxamide. So my answer is 2 methyl cyclopentane 1 carboxamide. Okay, so I hope you got fair idea. Okay, in naming the polyfunctional groups, and if there are more examples I will give you that as assignment. Okay, so in the next class we will try to see some of the aromatic compounds and its naming. Then we will go to the concept of aromaticity, then hybridization, then we will go to inductive effect, different effects and everything, and last we will go to isomerism. Okay, so with this, I am winding up the session. I hope you understood the class. And if you have any doubt, please contact Brainiacs classes. Have a nice day.